Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. And in case you're wondering how I zoom in and out the camera like that, just hit the R2 button and that's what it does. L1 and R1 do rotate them, so this is L1, this is R1, so yeah. Anyways, that out of the way, let's go see what awaits us in the Fire Cavern. Oh, so we're getting well, supposedly getting a Guardian Force. Seed member must support? I guess, I don't know if Quistis is a seed or not, but I'm ready. Well, I guess she is a seed. Instructor number 14, Quistis trip. Time limit. I have to choose my own time limit? You don't set one for me? Oh boy. Well, to be honest, viewers, if you go with any more than 10 minutes and you don't intend to fight anything else in here, you know, if you plan on running from battles, anything more than 10 minutes is overkill. You'll be bored. So, 10 minutes. Oh! Started right away. Alright, let's get in here and hopefully we can make it in time. Okay. And yeah, I just got another, I guess, spur of the moment tutorial from Quistis in that battle against two red bats and two bombs. The bombs are what trigger it. She just mentions, you know, the bombs are a fire elemental enemy, therefore, you know, you can use ice attacks to damage it. So yeah. Anyways. Okay. I guess she must be thinking out loud. Well, I can't go very much further, unless we have to jump down in that pit. Well, this is it. Alrighty, so we aren't jumping into the pit, something is jumping out of it. Alright, so this is... Well, let's just cast that first. Start attacking. Yeah. Bottom spell on his list is Scan. This is... Ifrit. Fire Guardian Forces use fire magic, yada yada yada. It's a strong opponent, but it is a part of Garden's exam, not impossible to defeat. Yeah, this is indeed part of our exam. So we got 10,000 or 1,068 hit points, weak to ice, absorbs fire. So it's like he has a fairly high spirit, but anyways. So basically, how I intend to deal with this big guy. Alright, let's just have his attack for now. And let's summon Shiva. So yeah, going back to, you know, how the luck stat isn't all that useful for Squall, for Quistis, and pretty much any other character that you get in the party, it functions normally. You know, Quistis there using a normal attack. It does occasionally inflict a critical hit, which is double damage. So 166 damage. I think we could probably do more with physical attacks. So yeah, if you summon Shiva, get some dialogue out of Ifrit. Ifrit? Oh, hang on a sec. I want to actually get some... Okay, this is a good opportunity to show you. So when I'm unpausing and I hit L1 and the targeting window should pop up. So there we go. So I'm going to target Quistis there. Move it. And just have her attack. Basically, I want to try and keep them above. If they drop down to, say, between 200 to 250 hit points, I'd, draw and cast Cure, just so that, to keep them out of harm's way. So I'm just gonna go all out on him. Alright, I think we've passed the halfway point here. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna basically show you something with Squall here. Attack, or cast Scan on him. So this is without me pulling the trigger, so we got 34 damage from Squall. So 355 hit points. Alright, sounds good enough. Okay, that's fine. Only need to know the hit points. Alright, attack. So get Cure on Quistis again. I'm probably going to need one on Squall as well. Who's with the trigger? Right now. I'd say pull the trigger as soon as... Let's attack and cast. In that case, for lack of a better explanation, when Squall's blade was pointing at Ifrit's crotch, that's when you pull the trigger. That's the best way I can put it. Just keep an eye out for the next time, and where you see the blade briefly flash over his crotch, that's when you're supposed to pull the trigger, and that's when you should be able to do the extra damage. So yeah. So yeah, this is indeed part of the exam, and you are being marked on it. So basically, in order to get top marks, you need to defeat Ifrit with between 0 to 7 seconds left on the clock. And I might want to be careful here. I might want to cast Scan again, just to make sure I don't go too far. Alright, let's get Scan on him. And there's two ways you can do it. One, you could either finish him off by attacking him physically, in which case you probably want to do that anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds remaining. And the other way, which I intend to use, which is summoning Shiva. Let's attack one more without the trigger, so I don't... There we go. And from here on out, I'm gonna cast Cure on the Squall. And cast one on Quistis as well. If you want to summon Shiva for the final blow, you need to start summoning her. Well, you need to initiate the command of summoning her between 45 to 50 seconds. Now, Ifrit will obviously be able to get some attacks in during that time, so it's probably best just to, at 50 seconds, initiate the command and wait for it to happen. And yeah, if you've got extra time, draw and stock some cures. Definitely one of the... let's do one more and then I'll hold off, get Squall ready. I'll just hold it here, I guess. Preserve our HP a bit. Alright. And 50 seconds. No. And just wait. Now, you can actually remove the heads-up display by pressing Select. And in this case, we can see the summon in all its glory. Of course, it has to be Shiva that we're summoning. I'm not sure if she's wearing anything or not, but... and we get some extra dialogue from Ifrit for defeating him with Shiva. And yeah, you need to have the fanfare begin before it hits 0. If it hits 0 before the fanfare begins, then the victory fanfare begins, then I believe you just fail. If you fail the attempt, and you have to you'll have to reload and try again. I think it's game over if you miss it. So yeah. Now, if you misjudged the attack animations and you've got more than 7 seconds left, you can actually just leave it. You can just wait the extra timeout right here. The timer is still going down. Well, not for me because it's already at 0, but yeah, if you've got whatever time you have left on the timer, just wait at this screen until you're sure that it's gone down to 0 at least, or gone down below 7 seconds at least, and then you should be good to go to get full marks. So there we go. And we got Ifrit's card. And 20 AP. Yeah, the boss fights are going to be very important for a lot of the AP that we get. So, and we get, as the condition stated, a low-level Guardian Force. And here she goes into the, I guess, the Elemental Junction tutorial. She sort of alluded to this, with the, running into the bombs with the, oops, oh no! Yeah, so Junction Blizzard to get elemental attack, and yeah, so that's basically, I think she alludes to that in the impromptu tutorial if you run into a bomb on the way up here. But since we no longer have to worry about the timer, let's actually go back to that tutorial and watch it all the way through this time. Junction to elements, I think that's the one. Yeah, okay, I think this is it. The elemental junction ability. So basically, if an enemy is 100% weak to an element, and you say, let's say that they're weak to fire, if you junction fire to your elemental attack, fire, like the first level, fire, not Fira or Firaga, just junctioning fire boosts your fire elemental attack by 50%, and since the enemy is weak to, is 100% weak to fire, then it would do an extra 50% damage on top of the total damage. In terms of, in Squall's case, because of the extra damage you can do with his trigger, it's 50% more on top of whether you pull the trigger or not. So, yeah. Or really relative to the amount of damage you do with or without the trigger. So, yeah. And yeah, if it's 100%, then 100% elemental attack versus 100% weakness would do twice as much damage. Alright, so there we go. Quista's a little low on HP, but she should be fine. If he drops below 200 HP before we get out of here, then I'll use a potion or something. You know what, I think I'll just cast a cure on her, since we did stock a few of them. How many did we get? Quista says 13, and then Squall has 6. So yeah, I'll just use a cure on her if need be. So let's get out of here. There's actually one thing I'd like to do before we get out of here, as you can see over there. There is a drop point just off the path. Let's see what it is. Fire. Who would have thought? Anyways, let's give it to Quistis. I don't think your magic stat has much, if any, effect on how much you could draw from the drop points. I think in a previous episode I mentioned that you know, I think it's based on the random number generator combined with the number of steps, or yeah, that you've taken, kind of thing, or what step you're at, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't think magic has much effect on it, but I usually just like to give it to the person with the most magic, because they tend to be the, I guess you could say, the more of a mage in my perspective. So you know, give the mage the magic, kind of thing. So yeah. Anyways. Of course, that could just be me trying to justify a habit I've developed over how many years I've been playing this game. So yeah. And I've heard tell by various sources, quite a few of them actually, that all of the enemies in the Fire Cavern are at level 5. They never go up, they never go down. It's not entirely true. I've personally gone in to scan the enemies myself multiple times just to see if their levels change or anything like that. They scale up or down like any other of the enemies, and it doesn't. I believe the Buells are level 4. Or wait. All I know, I think either the Buells or the Red Bats are at level 4. The Bombs are level 5. They're always at level 5. That I can confirm. And I think the Red Bats, they may be, well, again, they might be level 4 or 6 or something like that. So yeah, or the Buells Buells and the Red Bats, I believe, either 4 or 6, or vice versa. And the Bombs are level 5. And then Ifrit is level 6. Was level 6, obviously. So, anyways, all right. So we're out of there. Where to next? Well, obviously we've got an exam coming up. However, you may notice, you know, obviously there's drop points in places like the garden and in the Fire Cavern there. However, it may not be very apparent to you, but there are also drop points on the world map here. They are completely invisible. I will not be going out of my way to show you every single one of them, because there are hundreds of them. Let's put it that way. I was about to say thousands, but it's like, no, I think that's too much. But no, there are quite a few of them on the world map. So in this case, I'm just going to grab all the ones around Balam here, or the Balam Garden, because they're all spells that we will be picking up. So, anyways, the first one I want to grab is actually right on top of the fire cavern here. Just hit X, and we got a blizzard. Right? Let's give Quistis one blizzard. That's one thing I found about world map draw points is that they don't give you too much. So, yeah. Alright, the next one is, I believe, northwest of the garden there. How do you tell it's northwest? Well, actually, if you hit the select button, it brings up a map. There's that, and then there's the full map there. So there's 3 different modes for the map. So yeah, let's go check out. Starting to think it was a bad idea to go through the forest. Anyways, I did use a cure on Quistis in the battle previously before that one. So yeah, can I get out? Caterpillars around here are huge. Anyways, I wonder if when they cocoon up, they yeah, there's a cure drop point right here. I wonder if they cocoon up, they morph into a Felina. All right, let's get onto the path here. Heck, I'd wonder if they're big enough to even be able to transform into the sun rune itself. But anyways. Alright, why did I want to get on this path? Because as long as you're on a path or a road or anything like that in this game, you do not run into enemies. Alright. Definitely a good idea on the developer's part to put that in the game. Alright, yeah, let's go in. What is this place? I like the music. Very peaceful. Garden Festival. Well, it was looking grim for a little while there, but somebody else has decided to pick it up. Oh. Okay. No pressure on the transfer student. Alright. Over here we get a thunder drop point. Wow, 15. I think 15 is actually the maximum you can get. And I believe there's one more. And this is called the town of Balam, as one might presume. And if you head down here, there's another drop point. You can barely see it right at the end of the gangway here. And I got another cure. Awesome. Wow. Well, all these drop points are definitely cutting into the amount of time I'll have to draw grind later on for these particular spells, so huzzah for that. Alright, I think that's all the drop points in town. So there's one more drop point I want to pick up, and then we'll head back to the garden. Alright, let's swing this around. Now the beauty about the whole path idea that you don't run into enemies, if you run on train tracks as well, you don't run into enemies. You could get hit by a train, but fortunately that doesn't kill you in this game. At least I don't think it does. Alright, to Asuna. The conductor's always been so good at stopping before they hit me, but anyways. Alright. This is basically how I navigate the world map. It seems to be the easiest. Just I use the D-pad to move forward, and then use the L1 and R1 to steer the screen so that I can a nice smooth trek on the roads kind of thing. Don't have to worry about point of view or anything like that. Alright, we made it. And she's giving us a Guardian Force tutorial. So yeah, basically, Guardian Forces are entities themselves, therefore they do gain experience. I believe they gain experience the same rate that we do, but each level, I believe, is... Each level for us is 1,000 experience, and for them it's 500 experience, so they do gain levels twice as fast. And the AP is what is used, as previously mentioned, to learn abilities. I like that. Thank you and good luck. Almost makes me want to hear, would you like to read, would you like to hear more? Alright, so we gotta go get changed and meet in the floor, in the first floor lobby. I guess that'll be that, I guess. Yeah, I've got draw and equip. What am I talking about? Let's pick up more cure. Why not? There we go. Alright, so I guess we're meeting up in the lobby because we did get the Guardian Force, so I guess we passed the prerequisite. So I guess maybe the exam is in the lobby? I don't know. Let's just listen to the instructor, do what she says, and see what happens. Let's take the quick way. Actually, let's go to the cafeteria first. These guys are still here. You're going to be seeing Squall facepalm a lot in this game, viewers. And I think that little remark by Squall is what officially triggers the next, I guess, event where we can listen to them. So, yeah. Alright. Let's head to the dorms, get changed. And get ready, I guess. Get ready for what, though? We don't even know what we're doing. Let's get changed. rest up to replenish any HP we've lost. And I guess we'll have to figure out what this exam is all about next time. This is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.